These days, we don't see people celebrate their marriage as much as we would love to see. What we see more of is people dragging their husbands, their spouses, all over social media. Celebrities, the ones that the young ones are looking up to, they come all over social media and they are dragging their spouses, washing their dirty linens in public. You just keep wondering, is this really worth it? And for most young people, it has gotten them to the point that they say they don't even want to get married. They would rather opt out, go for other options. But that is not the discourse today. It is that for you to have a great marriage, it is a choice. And for most of us, we come from families that you can see that our parents, the older generation, they lasted more in their marriages. They had a good time. Why? Because they made that conscious effort to work on their marriages. And in today's world, you see people who want a quick fix. You see people who just want their marriages to be perfect. But marriage is a choice. And for you to have a great marriage, I've not seen any marriage that lasted the taste of time, that did not take work from both of the couples. It's actually a mutual thing. It's not just work one-sided work from either the man or the woman. Yes, the woman is the builder, but it has to take two. Bible says, can two work together except they agree? It has to take both of them mutually agreeing to work on this marriage. And so for a great marriage, it is a choice. And yes, people say, oh, divorce is a choice. And as much as divorce is a choice, marriage is also a choice. Choosing your spouse, choosing to remain, choosing to work on your marriage, not just remaining, not just being there for being their sake or being complacent in that marriage. It's about you putting the work to say, I choose this person daily. So for most marriages, the thing is that none of it is 100% perfect. None of it comes 100% perfect. In my previous video, I talked about the differences that we have. You need to go watch it. 17 things I learned being married for these years. And the thing is that both of you are coming from different backgrounds, different perspectives and outlook to life, different values. So there will be that thing about this person seeing life a different way and this person seeing life a different way. But so long as you have the same values, so long as you have the same dreams and aspirations, even if your differences are there, remember, opposites attract. So you don't have to allow it to be a deal breaker over the little things. Yes, your marriage could be 75% perfect, 25% the issues you're looking at. Ask yourself, are you ready to walk away based on the 25%? Or would you rather choose to work on this other one? And by focusing on the good, I talked about it in that video, focusing on the good, focusing on the strengths, focusing on the positives, it will help you. That it's not as if you're not seeing the negatives. It's not as if you're not seeing the weaknesses. But it's a ripple effect that you've made this choice to work on this marriage, to overlook and don't blow this other part, the weaknesses, out of proportion. You see that if you talk about it, there's that awareness, okay? And the other couple is making that effort. There's a willingness to change, even if it's not immediate, but you choosing to do the right thing, you choosing to make that decision. You see that over time, your spouse begins to conform and adapt to you. So it's a choice that you make. Great marriages are choices. So if it's 80%, 20% on that is not perfect, focus on that 80%, 90%, 10%, focus on that. Don't throw away the baby with the bathwater. Most people, they just want everything. It has to be perfect from day one. It doesn't work that way. Remember, it's something you are playing for the long run. Marriage is a long journey. You don't expect to just come in and everything is a quick fix. There are places that you might have to compromise. There are issues that you can actually shift a little. But most people are not just willing to do the work. I've had 2 marriages break up that are close to me, that hits quite home. And for most of it, these were something that they could have worked on. There were issues that if they had made this conscious and deliberate decision to work on this marriage, to say, I choose to overlook this. Yes, we're having issues. And for every marriage, there are those phases. At times, it gets as if it's turbulent for a while, but over time, it eases out. If you've made that commitment, if you've made that decision to say, we're in it for the long run, we're going to work on it, you see that it becomes a lot easier. And the major thing is that you have the foundation. Your foundation is in God. Your foundation is in God. He says a house built on the rock cannot easily be shaken. Because if you're firmly rooted in God, a 3-fold cord cannot easily be broken. That's the truth about it. No matter how you look at it, if you feel these issues are things that you can't reconcile on your own, you could seek help. But be careful who you are talking to so that it won't end up hurting your marriage as well. But like I said, if your marriage is 80%, 20%, 80% perfect, just 20% are the issues, you could work around it. Some go as much as, he has a high sex demand and you are just not there. You could work on, how can we reach a compromise? Maybe as often as he wants it, you could say, can we meet in the middle? Not as much and not as often as you want it. It takes a deliberate effort and a decision to say, we choose to work on this marriage. We choose to put in the work. Not just that you look at, there's an exit option. Because when you have that exit option, you have that plan B. If it's not working out, we move. You see that it's a lot easier for the enemy to just bring things that will piss you off. Things that will to make you actually go for that plan B. And for you, at times when there are these issues, don't try to cover up with grand gestures. For some people, for guys, they will feel, if I get her a car gift, that could solve the problem. No, sir, that does not solve the problem. Because by the time you try, we've had this issue, she has shouted, rather than come out to say, I'm sorry, you feel I can buy her dinner, take her out on a dinner. No, that does not solve it. For most women, it more feels as if you are actually insulting them. So if you need to come out plain, the work that we're talking about, the decision is to say, I'm willing to change, I'm willing to work on this. Not just you feel, because I fling a car key in front of her, that solves everything. No, sir. That's not the way it works. And for you, the lady, what are the practical steps that you can take to work on this relationship? If you have to apologize, go ahead and apologize. I'm sorry. Making those choices, communicating, that willingness to make that change, that is all it takes. Choosing your spouse over and over again. Let's not just be the ones that you are ready to give up with less provocation. Choose to work on that marriage. We look around and we see the elderly, they've stuck with one another. And at times, when you ask them, how come you've been able to manage for this length of time? They will tell you, we just reached a compromise. Probably it was the woman that wants things done her way. The man just learned to adapt, to just say, for peace sake, let's have it your way. And that has been what has kept them. We come from marriages, from backgrounds that they have a history of being together for a long time. But we see these days that young people are so impatient. And it is something that if we just make this decision to say, I choose to work on this marriage. It's not about you trying to make gestures. Yes, those things, yes. But let there be that willingness to change. That you keep talking about, taking out the trash and all that. You see that it's actually becoming an issue. Rather than allow it be the deal breaker. Why don't you take it out the first day? He sees that you have taken it out. You take it out the second day. Consciously, you doing that will make him know that, oh, this has been pissing you off. And for you no longer to be talking about it, it will make him want to do that even before you go to do it. He would try to do it. So let's make a conscious effort, a daily choice to do what? To work on our marriages. Like I said, is a choice. The other option, you have it. Yes, you can choose to walk. You can choose to go separate ways. You can choose to do what you like, but choose to work on it. Marriage is a choice. A great marriage, a successful marriage is a choice that you make daily to work on, to do what it demands, to oil the relationship, to make the changes, to talk about things that you don't like and work on resolving them. And moreover, involve God. You can't do it on your own. You can't do it on your own. So try and involve God in your relationship. If you feel this is actually something that keeps pissing you off, talk to God about it. Bible says the heart of a king is in his hands. And like a water course, he turns it wherever it pleases him. Talk to God about those issues and see God resolve them for you. So I hope we make this choice that every day we will not be the ones to throw away the baby with the bathwater. That we choose to make the investments to say we're building something that will last. That we're not, because of the little things that pisses us off, you choose to walk away. And like I said, marriage is in phases. There are some times that you feel, oh, why did I even get here? Remember what even attracted you in the first place. This is not to talk about people who their marriages have gotten the point that it's about hitting the rocks. There's not that God cannot salvage. There's no marriage that God cannot salvage. There's nothing God cannot turn around. He can still turn it around. But if you share the same values, if you see that this person is who you want to spend the rest of your life with, you can work on those differences. You can choose to make that choice. You can make that choice to say, I choose to work on this. I'm a work in progress. And you communicate same. I'm a work in progress. I'm working on this. Just give me some time. And when they make these changes, appreciate it. Don't be looking, still hitting on, you've not done it, you've done it the last time. If he has made changes, if she's making an effort to change, appreciate it. If possible, have reminders, write notes, talk about it. The things that I see, the changes that you're making, I see that you're making effort to work on this marriage, and that it's a conscious decision and a deliberate choice that you made to work with me on this journey. I pray that our marriages will last and God will help us to build marriages that are working, and that our children will have a safe haven where they can look and they are not heartbroken that their parents chose to walk away when they could have worked on it. I pray this blesses you. Click the next video and watch, and also learn other things. But like I said, a great marriage, a long-lasting marriage, is a choice both couples make to work on it. God bless you. Like, share, subscribe, and be a part of the next one. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. Thank you.